what it's all about. It's for King of Country on The Message. I am Alsco, and yes, we are doing The Message delivered live. The new album is Run Wild, Live Free, Love Strong, and you're getting your first listen to it. So we've been mentioning here and there, but Luke, how do you feel?
I'm feeling good, man. I'm not all the way there yet, but I'm healthy enough to be able to be with you guys today and healthy enough to...
But it's a miraculous transformation from
if you guys had seen me, I got down to I'm about 6'3", 6'4", and I got down to 125 pounds, and it was rough going there for a while. It was when I talk about it, I say some of my darkest days, and it really, really was. I mean, there was about a month there where I was like, what's going on? I was 26, never been sick in my life, and I was like, going, what's going on? I'm gonna die from this thing. So it was a crazy time, but I'm doing much better.
Let's hear for that. I know that, because my dad says so. He's taught me that. And how has it changed your view on things? How has it influenced the album making?
Yeah, well, I think when it comes to writing albums, it's very important to have a place to write an album from. It's very important to have something to write about. And I didn't know that this was all going to happen at this time, but when I was very, very sick, you start to look at life entirely differently. You start to look at, well, what will I do when I'm feeling well? How will I treat people, or how will I go about my life? And those themes are throughout. Like I'm, the happiest person, the happiest version of myself that I've ever been, just because I have a wife who loves me, I have a little boy who calls me daddy, and I get to do something that I love, and I get to share it with you guys. And there was a time where I wasn't 100% sure if I was going to be able to do that again, and so it really changes your whole being, I think.
So now you've got your little boy Jude.
Yeah.
You've got one on the way.
Yep. Life is hectic.
Yes. You're getting ready for it's not double, by the way. Just because you think that 2 kids is double the number of 1 kid.
Yep.
It's not double the work. It's just to set you up for that.
When I'm having troubles, I'm texting you.
I'm not sure that's the best idea, but you can. You can. So you have announced that it's a boy. It's a boy.
Obviously, you take whatever's given you, and you're thrilled with both. But I'm secretly hoping for a boy. So I was very excited.
No offense to all of you.
Yeah. The reason why I come from a family of 7, and there's two girls and 5 boys, and all of the brothers were like best friends. And so I had this thought the other day. I was like, baby, when we have our next little child, we're going to be able to have him in the back with Jude, and I'm going to say, how are my boys in the back? You know what I mean? It just felt like it was a fun thing for me. Is it cheesy? Yes. Call me a sappy dad, but I thought it was cool.
So now on this album, you've actually got a song where your wife Courtney comes on in and sings with you.
Yeah, we wrote a song with a guy named Matt Hales, who has a band in his own right. He goes by Acklin. And we were riding with him, and we were having dinner. And he was kind of catching up and asking me about everything. And he's like, I've heard that you've been sick. Tell me the whole story. So I told him the whole story, and the next morning we show up at his house, and he says, we have to write a song about that. And during that time, when I was really, really sick, my wife thought that there was a chance that she could lose me. And she came to me and she said, Luke, you just can't leave me here. And when you're 26 years old, and should be at the epitome of health, and you feel like you are dying, and some doctors would probably say that I was, and your wife says that to you, you just never, ever forget those words. And so we wrote this song called Without You, and it's just basically about our journey through sickness, and what I would do once what I will do even if I remain sick for the rest of my life. And so in the chorus it says, so let's dance a little, let's laugh a little, and let's hope a little more. I don't want to live without you, and I don't want to leave without you. And my brother Joel and Matt, once we had written the song, we went back out to record it, and they came to me and they said, hey, we've got this great idea. And I was like, the song's kind of done, I don't really know what else we can do. And they were like, we want your wife to sing on it. And I have to admit, at first when they said that, I was like, I don't know if she's gonna go for that.
Well, but in fairness, she's a true talent. Like she's chosen to be a mom. She's a great mom, but she can sing, she can play. Like,
she can do all these things.
She can match the best.
Yeah. So he said that, and so I said I need to make a phone call, and so I called her. I said, would you be willing to do it? And she said, only if it's just you and me. I'll do it if it's just you and me. And so here's where the story gets even crazier. The very room that she told me, she came to me and she said, Luke, you just can't leave me, is the very room that we recorded these vocals in. And so there's this overwhelming emotion that
and I'll do my best impression of cool.
We can't wait.
When you don't get better, strong arms get too weak to hold her. And oh God, give me just enough strength to make it through. Sleepless, this madness is walking me out to the ledge. It stands there beside me. I'm shivering out on the edge. And oh God, all I ask is a little need, just a moment of peace. I don't want to live without you. I'm not ready to live without you. So let's dance a little, love a little, and hope a little more. 'Cause I don't without you, without you. And though it cuts and stings me, as opens these eyes I've never seen so clearly. And oh God, I thank you, 'cause you bring me to my knees, back on my knees. I don't want to live without you. I'm not ready to live without you. So let's dance a little, love a little, and hope a little more. And yes, let's dance a little, love a little, and hope a little more. 'Cause I don't wanna live without you. I heard a voice from the other side saying, hope vows, love lives. As winter turns into summertime, saying, hope vows, love lives. I heard a voice from the other side saying, hope vows, love lives. As winter turns into summertime, saying, hope vows. And so let's dance a little, love a little, and hope a little more. And yes, let's dance a little, love a little, and hope a little more. 'Cause I don't wanna live without you. No, I don't wanna live without you.